Did not expect to be making a video today. My hair is super messy. I am going to be going on the ferry tonight to go and visit family. So, why am I making a video? Well, if you're coming in and probably seen the title, damn, it is official. We do know like specifics now, and okay, it dropped, and it's way better even than I thought it was going to be. Hey Corey, hey Kathy, just talking. Hey PlayStation. I don't know about everybody else here, but I can tell you right now that this set has my money. It's Spawn 1000, and we're gonna be looking at it. Okay, so this is Dave. So this is what it said. I'll read what's stated here. Then we'll unpack it a bit. What I did not expect is that they'd get every one of the 15 films. I thought, they'd get some placeholders in there. Hey, Movie Madness. Like to take the place of something like King Kong versus Godzilla, which I thought might be a little bit like harder to get, like just for the just because it has like two different like franchise characters in it. But no, it is Godzilla, Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong versus Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of Astro Monster, Ibera, Horror of the Deep, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, All Monsters Attack, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Terror of Mechagodzilla. A lot of people actually often think that Terror of Mechagodzilla is outside of that because it's just, hey Tennessee, it is pretty kick-ass. October 29th is the confirmed release date for this set. So it is going to be $179. That's the price right now for the set. It's gonna be $179. So if you grab this up around like I guess when the sale comes up, it's going to cost you a bit less than that, which is good. We're in half price. So very good price. As for what's on the set, let's go over the features really quickly. Then we'll talk a bit more. I'll be able to open my thing to get your comments. So high definition digital transfers on all 15 of the films. All 15 of these films have been remastered. We were getting high def transfers on all of these films. They're not using like old masters of it. Every one of them's got a remaster. There is the for the first time ever with uncompressed mono soundtracks, which is the way you want to listen to Godzilla. High definition digital transfer of Godzilla King of the Monsters, 1956 one as well. The US release, that'll be on there. You're going to get the Japanese release version of King Kong vs. Godzilla from 1962 as well. Hey, Missing, welcome. The Godzilla set, it's official, man. Audio commentaries on Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters, those will be ported over from the original release. This is awesome. This is amazing. Also really cool, there's international English language dub tracks for Invasion of Astro Monsters, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Terror of Mechagodzilla. There will be, of course, the subtitled versions for every one of these as well. There is a Directors Guild of Japan interview with director Ishiro Honda on here. There is programs detailing the creation of Godzilla special effects and use effect sequences from Toho and releases including Destroy All Monsters. New interviews with filmmaker Alex Cross. He's going to be an appreciation on the Showa era of Godzilla. I'm a huge Alex Cross fan. Rebo Man, guys. That's the director. He's going to be talking about it here. New and archival interviews with the cast and crew members, including a lot of people whose names I mispronounced. Well, these are the Toho. These would be Toho. Like Showa is just like the basically it's broken up into a couple eras, right? It's confirmed by Criterion. So it's an official Criterion announcement. So, and no, dude. So, and also interview with critic Tadeo Sato from 2011. There's an illustrated audio essay from 2011 about the real tragedy that inspired Godzilla. A new English subtitle translations, of course, trailers for all the films, and a lavish illustrated deluxe hardcover book featuring Nesabe cinema historian Steve Raphael, notes on the films by cinema historians, and new illustrations. Just it's going to be big. Yeah, on their website, it was confirmed on there, and Don the Disc put it up as well at around the same time, maybe a couple minutes before Criterion actually officially announced that Don the Discs are really good at getting this stuff up there. So I got to give credit to them because that's where I saw it at first, and then I went over and saw it on Criterion. So this is huge news. October 29th is the release date, and I haven't seen the announcement video from Criterion, so I got to check that out. Not right now. Obviously, we're doing this one. I know you're open for Kurosawa. We'll still get that one down the road. But for me, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is a must. Uh, I'm doing laundry. Could you hear it? This is for me like an absolute utter must-have set. This is going right next to my Bergman, and for me, it's in that same range. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, guys. Some people like they like the more like later on he did more darker, more serious Godzilla, which is absolutely fantastic. But I just really love this era of Godzilla. It's kind of what I grew up with. I remember watching them on like Saturday afternoons. I remember renting them in the stores. And yeah, the Godzilla Phantasm. Well, I got a great Phantasm set from Arrow. This is epic. I mean, like this definitely well is no, because this is the Showa era of movie madness. So basically, what you're going to get here is from 1954 to 1975. There was a 10-year break after that, actually, before another Godzilla movie came out, and that would be the Heisei era, I think, would be the next era of Godzilla that we'd see, and then there would be the third era that would include Godzilla 2000, one you're talking about. So there's actually really like three eras of the Toho Godzilla films. So King of the Monsters. That's already on Blu-ray, doesn't it? You mean the new one? Sorry, guy, I got confused. Yeah. Your wife is not interested? Come on, it's got all the cool Godzillas, and it's got the kind of fun, cheesy stuff you can watch. Saw the packaging? Oh, the packaging is awesome, isn't it? I was wondering how Criterion were going to do the packaging, and they did nice, kind of like cool, serious packaging on this one here. I prefer this because it is the Showa era of Godzilla, and just so people know, the Showa era of Godzilla had a lot more of the kind of what we call the they finally announced it, Isaac. What they call the kind of the more comic booky Godzilla films, as in he's the big guy and he fights the monsters, and he just like it was a cool era, especially if you're a young person like growing up with this. There's a lot of nostalgia going with this. I can see. I know he's not on here right now, but I know 4K cinema is like somewhere. If you've seen this announcement, he is like high-fiving people at this very moment. I know him, and I know he loves these films, so it's going to be a huge deal for him. I can't see them putting like a real serious, like somber look on this set, because that's not the type of films that the Showa era Godzilla is. Like the only one that would be a serious somber film is the 1954 one, and like everything from there, it gets kind of fun and cheesy. Oh, and it's like it's super fun, like super cheesy. They're guys in suits, and you can tell they're having a blast with a lot of these films. You get to see like characters for the first time, Mecha Godzilla. There's like you get King Ghidorah, Mothra's in these. I think Rodan's in one of these as well. It's just you get all these classic monsters being introduced and put out. Raymond Burr, yeah, he's Raymond Burr's in the U.S. re-release. Oh, okay. No, actually, as far as I can remember, Movie Madness, it's only the first film that's in black and white, and the rest of them are. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've seen some of these, but the rest of these are color releases, as far as I can remember. So you get the. I expected, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I expected there to be a Godzilla set come out, but when they announced that he'd gotten so many, no, I understand. I just wanted to give a reasoning why. But I thought they'd probably just, put out like one or two of the big ones and maybe use the clip sets for the rest. But I guess I'm glad that I was wrong on that because yeah, this looks incredible. I want to see the hardcover book that they're going to do with that. They did like a book with Raids Again. Thank you. I think you're right, actually. Actually, I'm pretty sure you're right. All right. See, you guys remember some of the stuff better than I do. You know how long it's been since I've seen the Godzilla Raids Again? Okay, so Movie Madness, you can buy it from Criterion. Now, that being said, you can also buy it, I guess, from any like site, like Amazon or Barnes& and Noble. Barnes& and Noble's half price sale is usually in November. So if you're worried about the bones, like grab them all, I'm excited about the Japanese language version of King Kong versus Godzilla because there's differences. Then then you can get it on half price during the Barnes& and Noble sale. A lot of people did that for the Ingmar Bergman cinema set. I didn't actually. I got the Bergman cinema set for my birthday, and just before my birthday, there was actually a Criterion flash sale, so I was able to get the Bergman set for half price. Even then, it was like 170 something dollars, I think, American. But this set is way cheaper than that, and there are 14 films on this, so 15 films on this set. I mean, it's going to be good. I mean, you're going to be able to get it. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to get it. October 29th is like the release date. If you can't wait for the Barnes& and Noble sale, for people that want to have this in their, get us in their house right away, you can go to the Criterion website and do it. I'm guessing right now, I'd say wait a bit because more than likely a lot of people that are excited about it are probably going all at once, and that's probably why you can't get a confirmation going through right now. Barnes and I think Target has already put like a pre-order out for it. We're going to see pre-orders come out soon. I think probably on the Amazon stores as well. So we'll see where that goes because it is pretty awesome. It's a pretty epic looking one, and at this point, I'll put it out there. Where in July, it is going to take one hell of a set to top what Criterion is doing right now. I mean, one hell of a set. I don't think there's nothing released that's already been announced that could top this at this point. So I guess it's in the other companies, the ball's in the other company's court. Doesn't Godzilla win? Both actually. Okay. Now people that have seen Godzilla, I've seen Godzilla versus King Kong a couple times. Now correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I heard and I think I saw. I don't think I dreamt this. That they shot two endings for that, for King Kong versus Godzilla. And one, Godzilla wins, and the other, King Kong wins. I kind of remember like a sequence in the ending that I saw, where I think it was, is it like, is it Godzilla that's kind of like going out to sea and he's like kind of carrying King Kong with him. It's been a while since I've seen it. I actually had the DVD for my daughter because she's a huge Godzilla fan. The first person I actually contacted was my daughter, and that was my dad. Well, first person was my better half upstairs, but that's not in this house. I contacted them both and let them know because they're huge Godzilla fans, like me. When I announced the leak a few days ago on my channel, I was like, I hope I'm not gonna have to come back and tell people that it's a very old myth. There you go. JR knows. You know your stuff, man. JR knows his Godzilla stuff. So is it always? Because if I remember it right, like, isn't there a sequence like near the end of the film? I've seen some where Godzilla's kind of dragging him in the water, right? I mean, there's been various Godzilla sets on DVD and stuff that's come out over the years, but this, like, just the fact that it's an entire era, and I'm really starting to like this trend coming out in hey guys, in physical media. Because look at it like this. Recently, like for years, I'm a Doctor Who fan, right? Uh, the and now suddenly, all the seasons, series, they're being announced, like they're coming out like for a year type thing. Uh, and I used to have to spend like 20, $30 just to get one serial. Now, Bergman, last year they put out a huge Bergman set. Like you got a whole bunch of Bergman films, a ton of his stuff, like a great representation of Bergman. And now this year, you're getting a Godzilla set with the whole era, the Showa era of Godzilla. I hope to God that they get the rights to the other eras of Godzilla down the road. I would definitely buy the other ones as well because I do like the some of the later Godzilla films. I remember I remember seeing Godzilla Final Wars in Japanese because they both that's okay. Uh, I'm sure people will see it anyway. I remember the sea sequence. I remember that so clearly. That's the only sequence I remember really clearly from the film, though. Thanks, because I always wondered about that. I wondered if there's like a different. Who started that? Like, was it Famous Monsters that kind of like started that first when it came to like there could be a second ending type of thing? It probably was when you think about it, because they would always have like pictures and stuff like that, and people would kind of like take in their own. My dad used to like collect Famous Monsters magazine. I'm more of a Starlight Fangoria guy. That's my era. But I got a lot of Famous Monsters like later on. Anyway, I am so excited about this aspect of it. There was a few things that were announced, like they gave the final features, a special features announcement for Trilogy of Terror 2 with Liz and Anthony. It's definitely one that I want to get in October. Nightmare Beach was announced. Hey Trini, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? Godzilla. Is Godzilla storming your house on October 29th? Are you going down that way? At a time when certain like websites and people are declaring it's the death of physical media. Sets like this and the excitement generated by sets like this really show otherwise. Welcome back. Yeah, because just recently there's an article put out there. Okay, media is going to be within 5 or 10 years, no more physical media, yada yada yada, all this stuff. Then it was probably kind of Famous Monsters type of thing because they American Werewolf London for October. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Can't be the Godzilla set, but I would buy it for sure. You grew up, so you're like my dad grew up with these films. Well, you as well. My mom, yeah, she's a little bit younger, but she did. Yeah, she definitely grew up with these films too. I did too, but thing was, I didn't see them most of them in the theater. I saw most of them, of course, on TV because Godzilla movies were cheap to buy. Because we have the libraries of physical media. And that's the thing right now. And companies are being so, and I think it's that like looming like streaming threat that that's actually enabling stuff like this to happen. You guys know your Godzilla stuff. For I do not know if I even knew that book existed. But yeah, guys, I'm actually semi-speechless right now. I'm super excited. Uh, it'll be interesting to see what they can counter with at this point. All right, because I don't know if you're gonna be able to beat it. Like, can you think of anything, guys, that could beat this set for the for set of the year at this point? We know that there's something coming from Vinegar Syndrome. We know there's two sets coming from Ingersoll, one in October, one in November. Still, it's going to take a lot to compete with a set that I remember Bailani. Actually, I remember Bailani a lot because you know where I used to see Bailani at? When I was into Blockbuster. That was the one that was the most readily accessible at my local Blockbuster. And I remember renting it a few times, quite a few times actually. It's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. I cannot wait to see like see more of it. Like we got the peak with the different discs, and we saw like the big the colorful set. Uh, it's Godzilla, man, and it's a complete era. It is an overarching complete era of a franchise. I don't think this one's going to be on DVD. This one looks to be Blu-ray only, as far as I can tell. PlayStation. Yeah, actually, I read them out. There's a ton of special features, man. New remasters for every one of these films, interviews like archival and new interviews as well. There's audio commentaries. There's going to be a video appreciation by director Alex Cox. That's going to be done for here. They're talking to Hideo, like they're interviewing him on there as well. Ton of stuff. It's not just like some people would just say, okay, we'll do like a nice remaster of the films, and we'll put the features from Godzilla, and that'll be it. Uh, but here you go. You're getting a bunch of new features, a bunch of archival features, obviously things that we haven't seen before. So it'd be really interesting to see. I love the fact that we were getting both the Japanese and American version of Godzilla, of the original Godzilla, because let's face it, a lot of us here in North America saw the Raymond Burr version first. That was the one that we were more familiar with, and we got to see the Japanese one later on down the road. For me, I've never seen the King Kong versus Godzilla Japanese version, so it'd be interesting to see what the difference is in that, because they do make a note of stating like that. Yes, we have both versions of this film. So any differences that there is, so any like lingering, it's got a hardcover book, so that's gonna be interesting with a lot of like artwork. It kind of, when they said that, it reminded me of my Zadiichi set, because I like the art. I mean, because it fits the Showa era of Godzilla. I mean, if this was the Heisei era of Godzilla, then I could see them doing kind of like a more darker, looming, like kind of a more serious looking like Godzilla artwork. With this set, where it is the Showa era, I think it really complements the films that are in the set. The Zadiichi set, I guess a lot of you guys probably have that set, has a book in it as well, and it's hardcover. And every like Zadiichi film had a picture by different artists, kind of like showing like kind of showing off the different art styles for different films. I'm expecting something similar to this, but on a much bigger scale, in here in this Godzilla set, from like the look of it, from what I can see. Just to give you an example, I do have right here the Zadiichi set. I've tried to keep up when it comes to like the big Criterion sets so far. So this is the book that came with the Zadiichi set, and what's really neat about it, and I do think from what they said, this does make sense. So each one of these films, for instance, had artwork by different artists. New subtitles are definitely needed. I was looking for that actually to say that. It is, well, I got to open it because me, Kathy, obviously my Zadiichi and my Bergman set were opened immediately on here. So, by the way, if you guys don't have this set, it's really, really good. It's one that I do recommend, especially if you like the samurai films. Zadichi, he's the James Bond of Japan. Um, I'm super stoked, guys. I'm gonna give you guys. I need to take a drink here. I'm gonna give you a second to chat here because I gotta, I gotta just gotta soak this in. I'm so glad that the rumor turned out to be true, that the leak was true. I was nervous that that I jumped the gun when I did my last video, to be completely honest with you, because it was just a leak. But and that was going to be something like Spine 1000, Citizen Kane, and then it would have been like severely let down. Uh, but yeah, they said big. That's the thing that kept gnawing at me. I don't think anything that Kathy, that Criterion puts out uh, is going to be like completely limited. Um, Basically, what'll happen is they'll do a few of them, and much like the Bergman set, they'll do a bunch of them, or the Zadichi set. But and then they'll come out with more, and then they'll come like a second edition, second printing. I think for the foreseeable future, you're going to be able to get it. It might, if you can't get it right away, it's going to be something that's going to come back in. There's nothing on there that's putted as limited, and I can't see them putting like a spine number as a limited edition. That some spines numbers have gone out of print, but that's because because of rights issues and stuff like that. But I can't see it being limited. However, yeah, it's going to be when it's released. Definitely, it's probably going to be harder to get right away. So it's going to be one to pick up. Eventually, all of this is going to be limited, guys, because there's when it's big sets like this, and people say, "Oh, they can do the Bergman set forever, they can do the Zadichi set forever." Yeah, but they're probably not going to. I know that I think in my Zadichi set, there's Blu-ray and DVD, right? Like it was a Blu-ray DVD combo one. I think if you buy the Zadichi set now, it's just Blu-ray. Any ideas about the Vinegar Syndrome box set? I actually don't have any. I mean, I wish I did. Um, I'm still hoping for Witchcraft, but that's kind of big. The Norman J. Warren set has been delayed, as has oh, by the way, Arrow just announced that the commentary on God, is it Who Saw Her Die? Had to be, they couldn't use it. So there's going to be a new commentary with Troy Haworth being done for that set now. So there's been some like, I think Arrow is becoming a victim of its success, really. So that because they were over in UK and putting out all kinds of cool stuff. Then they came over here in North America, and I think their success may have ruffled a few feathers because Blue Underground went after them about the Django release that they did, which to me is embarrassing for Blue Underground because Arrow put out a much better version than you guys did. Just gonna bluntly put that out. I'm gonna be honest, and and the fact you stop people from getting it, kind of gets under my skin. Then of course there was the Old Buy thing. That's the Old Buy one is gonna be. It's gonna be the Vengeance trilogy now, which is actually kind of cool because the Vengeance trilogy is actually pretty good. And what's the third? And there's another one too. Oh, yeah, Alice Sweet Alice. That one got the delayed a bit as well. So there's been certain issues with Arrow getting things out, which I think most of this stuff is all with beyond their control. It's still scheduled as far as I know. Yeah, I mean, like I don't know the date on scheduling because I didn't pre-order that one. It's one I figured just get it like down the road. But I've seen some people, I guess people that kind of in the circle that have already seen that Alice Sweet Alice set. I think it's got a slipcover too, so it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. That's not still, dude. Did you buy them for a lot, those Scotter? Because if you only bought them for cheap, It's not a bad double over. You got to be selective now. There's so much going out there. Kathy suggests an idea for a video, which I am going to do, basically talking about like all these sales and all these companies and kind of like hopefully finding the best way to navigate for you when it comes to this stuff. Every day it seems like there's another sale or there's another announcement or there's something else coming out. And unless you're super rich, or then you're okay, or you're like one of the YouTubers that get sent stuff from companies, then you know review stuff. Then it looks amazing, Logan. You gotta love it, man. And I can't believe it's all 15. That blows me away. Then you can't grab it all. You just got to hope that it's going to stay around long enough for you to be able to eventually grab everything. But for me, yeah, this set, it's a must. At this point, yeah, exactly. At this point, let's be honest, it'll be super hard to beat it this year. This could easily go down on both mine and Logan's video as the top release of the year. That's, yeah, you know, 'cause I know I do that video and I used to do the video too. It'll be interesting to see exactly how that goes. I mean, like, there's announcements still coming out, but man, it's going to be a hard one to beat. It is going to be a hard one to beat. Like, it's an era of film. It's not one movie. It's not just a little, like, it's 15 films, 15 remastered films, new English dubs on a lot of these films, new subtitle translations on every one of the films, and it's cool to have some of the English dub stuff as well. I don't think, no, it doesn't include Rodan. Rodan would be like one of the kind of the offshoot ones, though they do have the rights to Rodan. I know that, so we can see a Rodan release down the road. Or maybe release like shortly after, maybe get a release around that time. I wouldn't be surprised to get some release. So let me open it up here. I'm going to close up this thing here for a second. So we got Godzilla, Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong versus Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla, Ghidorah, the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of Astro Monsters, Ibara, Horror of the Deep, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, All Monsters Attack, Godzilla versus Hedorah, Godzilla versus Gigan, Godzilla versus Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Terror of Mechagodzilla, and of course the U.S. release of Godzilla King of the Monsters as well, and the Japanese release of King Kong vs. Godzilla, along with the North American release of that film. So a lot of stuff. Well, Rodan, although done in the Showa era, isn't actually one of the Showa like Godzilla films. It's an offshoot of the Showa Godzilla era, but it's not considered one of like the 15 like official Showa Godzilla era films. It's like there's a bunch of offshoots from that time. You know, you got like the War of the Gargantuans and stuff like that, right? That are still like in that vein, but they're not part of the official like franchise era. They're kind of like swimming outside the circle just a little bit, but they do belong there. My dad actually picked up the Mill Creek. Mill Creek's getting so much better with their stuff, aren't they? Mothra Steelbook, and I don't have that one yet. That's a really good like trilogy. You mean the newer Mothra ones? They were really well done. I really like those. Also, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna say this: the redo of Gamera, like when they redid the Gamera films and made like Gamera more darker and more edgy. I like those as well. I thought those were really fun. I think it was a Gamera DVD that I saw, or Blu-ray, that had Gamera doing a commentary. It was hilarious. I'm pretty sure it was one of the Gamera sets. Ultraman's coming. There's for people that love this era, like people that love Japanese cinema and kaiju and takatsu and all this type of stuff, it's an amazing time to to be to be collecting. You got your Ultraman coming out from it's Mill Creek, right? It's doing Ultraman, or is it Chow? I can't remember who's doing Ultraman, guys. We got the Steelbook, the Mothra Steelbook out now, looking gorgeous. Under 200, actually, 179, Jesse, is what it's listed as right now. It's listed as 179. It's MMSRB is going. It's MSRB is going to be like eventually it's going to be around maybe about 249. Hey there, but you're looking at like 179 with around yeah, so around 90, half price. I couldn't obviously I'm filming on my iPad and I don't have my other iPad here right now, not charged anyway. I was going to actually bring it down and show you the artwork, but definitely check out the artwork on the Godzilla set. It's cheesy fun. Everything Mothra is awesome. Now I got that everything is awesome song stuck in my head. Lego for the win. Are not newly. Some of these, I've seen them on DVD. I don't know if they're on Blue or not. I know that they're the previous releases. You know, they're using that would be using an older transfer of the films. That all of these are newly remastered editions of these films. So, and it's Criterion that's remastering these. So you can expect a significant increase in the quality of the film as opposed to the various DVD sets that have been out around the years. Because there have been like DVD sets that have come out with different Godzilla films. Yeah, I don't think there's been any US Blu-ray at all for this. And my oldest, she has like a Godzilla DVD box set, and she's like grabbing this one because, you know, decent transfers for DVD, but you want the Blu-ray transfer. You want it for a couple reasons. You want it because, you know, you're going to get a better transfer. It's Criterion. It's going to be a ton of features on here. The set really looks cool. And I love my DVD. But at the end of the day, if it's something that I really like and I can get a Blu-ray copy of it too, I'm grabbing the Blu-ray copy because just, you know, when you really think about it, well, the fact of the matter is Blu-ray as a medium will last longer in your collection than DVD will. Because you worry less about like the, you know, longer space for disc rot and stuff like that. Shin Godzilla is kind of weird, but I liked it. That's the thing. I mean, I like Shin Godzilla. I want to see another one of them. There's some like definitely some odd choices in Shin Godzilla. Definitely check it out. Yeah, and I say probably around three. You're probably right, around 3 movies per disc when it comes to this, which is decent on Blu-ray. It's gonna, you know, obviously you got the Zadichi set too, Logan. So that's you're gonna, you know, the quality is gonna be good. Quality is gonna be really good. Now somebody stated that the oh, I love Shin Godzilla too. It has some oddness to it, but that's expected especially for the later Godzilla films. I was such a big Godzilla freak back in the day that when Final Wars came out, I actually got a Japanese bootleg of Final Wars, only in Japanese, before the movie came to North America, so that I could watch it with some of my friends. And we sat down, you know, had some beer, some pizza. We watched the Japanese edition of Godzilla Final Wars, and I think we watched a Dirty Pair as well, if you know what that is. Smart. So 54, it makes sense that the 54 one's getting its own disc, because I would say that it's probably going to be, you know, very similar to the disc that it already has. There's not a lot they're going to have to put on that one. But Will they need a new remaster of the Godzilla that's already out there? Yeah. I don't know, man. That Hills of Ice 2 set, it's a toss-up, man. No, I love the Hills of Ice 2. It's super cheesy fun, but let's be honest. Yeah, right now, the Godzilla set looks to be the set of the year. However, I'm gonna put this out there, and you know take whatever you want out of this. But the Godzilla set will not have a dog doing a flashback to a previous film, so you're gonna miss out on that. So yeah, that's. Oh no, but no, it should be amazing. It should be incredible set to check out. I am super stoked about this. Just to let you know, I'm actually getting ready to go on the ferry to go across to see my dad. Well, this trip is kind of short. Yeah, yeah, I read that as well. Actually, there's a lot of depth to Shin Godzilla when you really think about it. The there was no like they really went out with that one. I said initially that the 1000 spine set had to be one of two things. It had to be either the set that's announced today, Godzilla, or it had to be the Akira Kurosawa set that I think everybody is expecting to see come next as the big set from Criterion. I think pretty much everybody that thought it was going to be a set, those were the two that were announced. There were some people that thought, uh, I was thinking I was leaning towards Kurosawa, and then they made that announcement last week when they showed the other ones, and they said this was going to be a big set. I guess it's going to be a big announcement. Uh, and as soon as they said big announcement, as soon as that big word came out with 1000, I said it's got to be Godzilla. You know, the way they're saying it has to be. At that point last week when they announced the other releases, I was on here and we were speculating what 1000 might be, and I said at big. Oh, Akira Kurosawa, fantastic, amazing film director. I recommend checking him out. He did Seven Samurai, Rashomon, just so many great films. Hidden Fortress, which was, of course, if you ever watched Star Wars, check back, watch Hidden Fortress. You'll see some similarities there. What happened here? Sorry, I lost my. AIP dub. See, I grew up with a lot of the AIP stuff. Ooh, I didn't know that, Logan. So there you go, guys. You're asking if this set is going to be limited. Uh, this set's definitely going to be limited over the Bergman set and stuff like that. Why? Because Logan just mentioned right there, they got the rights to these films for around 3 to 5 years. Uh, After that, they're not going to be able to, unless they renegotiate rights, uh, more than likely. And you're probably right, actually. They probably won't be able to do it after that time period. So this is one that I would definitely jump on. Japanese films are. I'm a huge fan. Well, I'm a huge fan of movies. Anyway, yeah, they threw out some hints. The big one is what got me. That's the one that stuck with me, and you guys know it actually because pretty much, especially over the last week or so, last couple of weeks, I've been trying to be way more consistent with my videos than I have in the past. Hopefully, you guys have noticed that, and that comment stuck with me. I, so I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'm really glad about the artwork. Yeah. Well, basically, it's a gift to both of us. We both love Godzilla. Some of these, a lot of this stuff, is stuff that she would buy for me, and but Zadiichi was a gift for both of us. We both love like that style of film, and Godzilla was like, hey, dude, welcome. Are you excited and ready about the set? I know you're gonna pick it up. You're gonna pick it up, right? So this Godzilla set will be one for both of us because we both like that. If you ever put it, if anybody ever puts an El Santo set out, that'll be a gift for both of us, but mostly her because she's a huge El Santo fan. So still hoping on that. Still, guys, that's one that would excite me because I know my better half would kill to get a good like Blu-ray like El Santo box set out there. Tokyo Drifter. I don't have that one yet. I don't think. There's a few. I mean, I'm so behind with Criterion right now. I know my yeah. Actually, I was mentioning that on the video last night. Unfortunately, we have lost one of the best character actors with Rutger Hauer. I love Rutger Hauer. As you guys know, he's the best part of Blade Runner. I've got Split Second back there. I will be getting the MVD release. Hey, Jacob, of Split Second as well. I love Nighthawks, which was his first North American release film. Just some incredible stuff. Hitcher, where he played John Ryder. He always stood out, even like at his in the worst possible films, or when he just wasn't doing too well, when he had issues going on behind the scenes. He always managed to, what I felt, come across like put across a really good performance. Blind Fury, yeah. Speaking of Zadichi and stuff, Blind Fury. Oh no, Jesse, the Santo set, that's a dream set for me. Nobody's putting that as far as I know. Was Alita highly priced? Because isn't that just a new film? Came out like last year or something like that? What, are you serious? Yeah, no. El Santo, Kathy, was a Mexican wrestler, and he did a ton of films. Basically, he would fight, and a lot of them he would fight like monsters, like Dracula and werewolves and stuff like that. There's a sequence in El Santo film, for instance, where he, in Jar the Pizza Man, where he's fighting in a ring with a wrestler, okay? And that wrestler turns into a werewolf. And El Santo has to fight the werewolf. There's El Santo versus kind of like the Vampire Women, the Wax Museum. Really kind of cool, kind of cheesy stuff. So Kathy, if you like the kind of the cheesier stuff, the Mexican stuff, it is really fun. Basically a ton of fun. And that's it's one that we've always wanted. When I first met my better half and we were just hanging out, we were just like friends and stuff, she used to tell me like she used to love the old school wrestling stuff. I like the old, well, like not wrestling, but she liked the wrestling like movies. And so I went out and I bought WrestleManiac to watch. And yeah, definitely check him out. I think you get a kick out of him. I went and bought WrestleManiac thinking that would be an El Santo style film. Man, was I wrong. Considering we weren't like dating or anything at the point, it's an awkward film to watch with somebody that you've met only recently. A King Kong. What would you put in a King Kong set? I mean, I can see them like doing a King Kong, not from Criterion, though. With the King Kong, Godzilla King Kong movie coming out, I'm sure if the rights are like established within like one company, you'll see somebody put out like maybe a King Kong type set or a King Kong collection. But there's not a lot with King Kong that you can really go with. You got King Kong, you got like Son of Kong, and the two '70s films that were done, and that Peter Jackson thing that we'll call King Kong. Sorry guys, I just wasn't a fan of that one. But that's really 5 films only. I guess Kong Skull Island, which is the best remake of King Kong ever done. Skull Island was awesome. You can't beat the effects from the '30s one. That's the thing. I mean, like every other one after that was just seemed to me like a pale imitation. That's true, Logan. But remember, both of us have a Halloween box set in our collection that we never thought was going to happen. So, and because of race issues now, it ain't ever going to happen again. So if you ever get a chance to get that Halloween box set, definitely pick it up. Um, and 2001, is that the Matthew Broderick one? Would you? I guess three of Adams is cool. I don't know. Would you really consider that an El Sandler film though? Because Three of Adams Turkish, isn't it? I thought Three of Adams Turkish. Because it might use the character of El Santo, but it's not actually like an El Santo official film. I also use the character of Spider-Man as a rapist killer, which is the most unique version of Spider-Man. Well, the Halloween rights were all over the place. Originally, it was I think it was Anchor Bay had four, five, four and five, and like Lionsgate had like six and seven and eight or something like that. Then Anchor Bay had one as well, and Scream Factory had the rights to parts two and three. So it was all over the place with the rights issues with Halloween. It was one of those where you couldn't conceive of a way that you'd ever get companies to all come in line to put out a set, let alone put out a set with new features and it, and like the never like seen outside of a bootleg edition version of Part Six, which is Curse of Michael Myers. Uh, I started. I have actually, and I do love doing the streams. Thanks a lot, Logan. Basically, when I moved in here last year, we got really good internet. I came on here, and I said, let's go live for a change, and that's kind of been my where I've taken my channel in kind of a live aspect of it. So, thanks a lot. But yeah, so right now, the rights issues have got even worse. Lionsgate's got even tighter with some of them. I think they've been bought up by, and that's why you can no longer get the Scream Factory Halloween. That was like a deal that they made for a specific time frame. It doesn't look like they'd ever be able to do it again. Uh, I do not. If that's a real thing, I don't think so. Uh, though it'd be awesome to see. Kind of reminds me of those one of those posters that my aunt had when I was a kid, and I was like, "Wow, there's so much in this poster. It's so cool. I wonder why she has this poster in her room." I would learn later on what that poster was all about. Uh, as a kid, I just thought, "Wow, this is a cool poster with so much in it." It does sound very made up. Though I would want it. I would want Godzilla. I would definitely go for that. Is that one of those like things that like people put out? Well, I know people put out like different like cuts of things and that. Bambi versus Godzilla. I remember that. Actually, that was on oh God, that was on the Godzilla 19 was it 1990? Well, it came and it's basically you see Bambi and Godzilla's foot comes down. Um, but it was on a VHS that I had back in the day. Are you serious? I will check it out then. Because I love Lucio Cosi. He oh thank you. I'm looking forward. I'm super looking forward to what's being done. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. I got laundry that has to be done because I'm going on the boat. So I did not. You got say this is where I learned from you guys. I'll be right back. perils of traveling. If it exists, there's an Italian version of it. That's for sure. Considering it's probably not exactly legal itself, I'm sure watching it anywhere is probably legal. Good question, actually. How do you choose? How do you choose what you're going to buy? For me, it's Kathy. It comes down to what I want the most, and a lot of times it's like means and opportunity. I look at when something's being released, and I'll usually take things that I really want and I'll pre-order it. When it comes close to that release, I'll see, like especially if it's on Amazon, if that there's been any drop in that price. If there's been a significant drop in the price, and I keep it locked in. If there's been no drop in the price at all, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just like, I can wait on that one. So really, it's all a matter of personal preference, a matter of taste, kind of what you're into. It's great to blind buy things. It's good to do some research on some things that you blind buy as well. But for me, with certain companies, I just feel like I can solidly trust them in the stuff that they get, and I know that. But I have weird taste. That's a rarity loyalty to a genre. That's a good point. Uh, Blind buys can be super rewarding. It can be super depressing when you get like some really like cheesy bad stuff. But most of the blind buys, I got to say, overall, um, I've been really happy with. You got to like think of what you're blind buying, and that disappointed you, and use that as kind of like as a starter, as kind of a guide to the type that you want to grab and the type that you want to wait on. So if, say for instance, there was like an MVD Rewind or a Vinegar Syndrome or Scream Factory that you bought and you weren't really big on. Look at not just the company, look at what the genre was or what about it that like you really really kind of like took you out of it. And also, look back at the film to see if maybe that when you originally saw it, but just maybe it was the wrong time. And Logan's exactly right. When you find the blind binding, find those rarities, finding that special, just really really cool. I have seen the classes. It's been a long time though. Finding those really cool like blind, but there's nothing like finding a good blind buy. And perfect example is that American Horror Project set that Arrow Video put out. That they were, in my opinion, I thought all three were great on the set. The Premonition was the slowest one, but still really very well done. Because it's urination box. See, that's the thing. Flip on like you can, especially if you're getting something like Kathy, that's like maybe like a Vinegar Syndrome or an Arrow or a Scream Factory. All those are boutique labels. So if you pick up one, it's got like a slip cover or it's a box or something like that, or a lot of those, you're gonna get like you're gonna get money back on because you can sell them. You can wait a bit, especially if it's like if you get a Vinegar Syndrome, that's basically come back again. That's basically that's got a limited edition slip or something like that. Yeah, that's money like down the road because you can actually wait, sell it for more than you paid for it, and actually buy more stuff. I haven't got Jesse through the American Horror Project Part 2 yet. That's what I got to get to. I actually want to get back here. I love the first part. I loved every film on the first part. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I get through the second part. I'll do like a review of that one. Slipcover now, there you go. But with that being said, I have got to go get ready because I am headed out on the boat tonight. So it'll probably be around I'm going to try and do a video at my dad's if possible. It'll be a few days before I'm back here. I'm bringing my parents back with me, and then I'm going back to Newfoundland again for about a week or two. But I'm going to make some videos here and there in between that. Again, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. I'm Aaron. You guys are the Movie Club. You guys rock. Godzilla goodness. I'm so excited. I will see you soon. It really is time for tea. And have a great weekend, guys.